triple sapphire? Ooh, does that pique your interest? Well, stay tuned because MMI watches are back, and we will check out 2 of them in this video. Now, everything you see in this first pouch are stretch goals. The NATO, the leather, and the purple tinted sapphire dial. It's definitely a looker and will probably be one of the most popular colors. But the black one has a trick up its sleeve. So without further ado, let's get into it. Introducing the all-new MMI Nor Light, which is short for the Northern Lights. Inspired by the Aurora Borealis, this watch gives you a taste of that atmospheric phenomenon. And we normally don't do this, but let's start with the Lume Shot. That's pretty cool. We got the Northern Lights coming through in C3 green on the sapphire display case back and the sapphire dial. And the hands and the printed indices have BGW9X1. So even though it's just printed on, it does a decent job. Now let's take a look at the case. We are dealing with a straightforward case design, high polish on the sides with brushing on the top. The lugs protrude from the mid case like a classic watch, but the lugs are beefy with brushing on the top, and they have a disappearing high polished design element from the tips to the mid case, and it looks great. The flat sapphire case back helps the watch sit nice and planted, and the downturn on the lugs hug the wrist. Overall, the watch wore comfortably for me all day on my 6.6-inch wrist. Nowadays with watches, I think big crowns are becoming more popular, and I'm just used to them. So this one coming in at 5.3 millimeters did feel a little small to me. I wish it was a little bit bigger, maybe 6.5? Let me know guys, am I off base here? Or do you agree? It is a push-pull crown, and it helps give the Norlight 100 meters of water resistance. The crystal subtly rises above that bezel, and it has a gentle dome. The legibility is fantastic, and MMI has taken it one step further by employing 5 layers of anti-reflective coating on the underside. Now the dimensions, I got 39.4 millimeters in diameter, secret measurement 34 millimeters. So we're gonna have an all dial look here and a thickness of only 12.1 with that subtle dome, and we got no drilled lugs and a lug to lug of 46.7. So it may wear larger than its size indicates, but you be the judge on the faraway shots on my 6.6-inch wrist. Now the bracelet. I have been seeing a lot of this 5-link, almost like a flat Jubilee look, much more often nowadays. I saw it on the 2nd hour Gin Clear 2 and a similar one on the new Phoebus Wavemaster, and it's no surprise because it looks great. It's 20 millimeters tapering down to 18 fixed via screws, and the clasp is a twin button release with a security fold over signed with the MMI logo. Unfortunately, there is no on-the-fly adjustment and no quick release spring bars. The purple one doesn't have the Northern Lights on the dial, but it does have it on the case back. So that's the date version, and it has the MMI trademark Rota date system. So all the numbers are on the dial, but there is an orange surrounding background that moves counterclockwise to highlight today's date. It's a unique solution, and I want to know how you feel about it. Now back to the black dial. It's a sapphire dial, and you can see the 4 screws beside the 3 and 9 holding that sapphire down to the printed dial beneath it. We have Arabic numerals for the evens, and the odds get triangles. And the hands are completely high polish, sword style, filled with lume. They are perfectly proportioned and fit the dial well. This watch is powered by the Myota 9015 or 9039, depending on which model you go for, date or no date. It's a medium beat 28.8 VPH hack hand wind automatic with 42 hours of power reserve, and I'm glad they did not go with the Seiko NH35. This movement I find is usually more accurate, thinner, and has a higher beat, so it has that appealing smooth sweep. Now the watch I'm testing is a prototype, it's not dialed in. They should be dialed in for the production model. Lastly, there is a third option we never talked about because I don't have one here to look at, but it could very well be the best version and the one to get. Picture this, a handcrafted washi dial beneath a sleek sapphire surface. MMI has teamed up with the Awagami factory, who have been making washi paper since the 18th century. That's pretty cool, right? And the best part of all this is you can have this artisanal beauty for just $305 USD with the super early bird special. This thing launches on Kickstarter in 2 days, and I get it. Some people don't like kicky, it raises a few eyebrows, but MMI has a successful track record of 3 campaigns and they always deliver, so rest assured you are in good hands. And if you want to see more eye-catching timepieces, I got 2 new videos on the right of your screen for you to watch right now. Catch you in the next one.